What's up?
Welcome to Amateur Sports Talk, where we talk all sports and sports betting. First, we'd like to remind anyone that has a gambling problem to please reach out to the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. Also, these are our opinions and nobody should take this as guaranteed betting advice. Please remember to help us out by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to us, and share us with your friends. Now let's get into the show.
What's up, everyone? This is Devin, and we're back with another Amateur Sports Talk. Let's say we kind of missed last week. I did do the little giveaway, so that way at least we could get that out, because that's when I said I was going to go. Couldn't get all the guys together, so we didn't really talk sports. We did do a bonus drunken episode. Oh, that was pretty fun on Saturday. I was a little hammered before we even started it, so that always makes for a fun night. But we got Cavi in-house.
Hello.
And we got Billy.
It's your boy Billy.
To say so. Hopefully I got this adjusted. Right now it's showing good for stream. It might be a little bit further behind from what's actually going on in studio, so I apologize if any of your comments are a little delayed by the time it gets to us. So we'll jump right into first. Be watching our social media. It's gonna be another social media giveaway of some sort for another signed mini helmet. This is Colin. I can't think of his first name right now. Number 25 for Cardinals. I can't think of his first name right now. I'm drawing blank. Starts with a Z. Hey, Collins is his last name, so.
Zach Collins?
Maybe. I want to say that, but I can't remember now.
I have no idea.
All right. It's been so long since I looked up. I know I got Chuba. I know I got Brad Johnson. And I can't remember who he is right now for the mini helmets I have that we're going to be giving away. But he's going to be this month's giveaway. I'll be posting on social media how you're going to do that. Probably have it out by Friday. So I will make sure I post it on Instagram and on Facebook and Twitter. So there's 3 different sites you'll be able to find it on of what you got to do. So we will get that out there. We got some big moves going on in football right now, though.
Big moves. Big names.
So first off is we had Rodgers. They're staying with Packers. Now, I don't think the deal's 100% official yet. You know, everyone's saying it's a 4-year deal.
$200 million.
Yeah. So, I don't know. He says it's not 100% official yet, basically, is what he's saying. And so I don't know with that if that means he hasn't signed it officially or if there's some other things kind of in the contract that's, is it something where he can, after 2 years, can get out of the contract or something? Because I was surprised they signed for 4 years.
Yeah, I was too. I figured he would, go for just 2 years and then see how he feels or just be done after that.
I'm almost 100% positive the guy who reported that, who kind of started the whole thing, don't know where he got his source from, but that's 100% wrong. Because if you watch Pat McAfee's shows, he's him and Aaron are like they're friends, and Aaron called Pat that day and told him he could release the news, and he told Pat there's no deal. He just decided that he's staying with the Packers, and obviously if he wants Adams, if he wants all these players around him, if they want to have a good free agency, he cannot be accepting that type of deal.
No.
I want to think so.
So he's just going to take, he's going to get paid well. Obviously, if you're MVP 2 years in a row, you're going to get paid, but he's going to at least make it where they can at least kind of build or get other weapons around him as well.
Yeah, he's Tom Brady here with the team he has,
Mm-hmm.
just so he can not only keep, those insane players, but also he can build upon it and then get those key players that he needs so he can actually win a Super Bowl and not get a loss in the first fucking game.
Yeah, I've been saying it. I don't know how long we've been doing this podcast, and since he's been done, kind of. I've been saying he's staying with the Packers. So
he's just spent too long of a time with the Packers. Their team's been good, and he's not Tom Brady. Tom Brady, obviously, we saw can just go out on a different team, attract players, and win. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is that same type of guy, and he's just got such a well-built built team around him, it's like, why do you really
Yeah.
need to leave? Like, there's no point.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I could see if Aaron Rodgers has a rough season or something, I could see him just retired.
oh,
See
I
him be done.
100% would agree with
But
that.
you know, I'm pretty pumped for him. I'm pretty pumped to see kind of. I mean, I'd like to see him win a Super Bowl. I like Aaron. A lot of people don't, but
I don't mind him. I think he's funny with his hobo look he's got
yeah,
going on.
I see. Yeah, so well, as soon as he came on Pat McAfee's show, you get to learn all about him and him as like a person instead of an athlete. And
Let's say on the field, he's more serious. Like, you never really see him get too excited. If you do, obviously, it's his normal little smile, tap on the helmet. But other than that, you never see him get pumped up or anything. He never actually, like, gets mad at anyone either. He's just pretty chill about everything. So, I mean, I can understand why people would just think that he's a complete douche. So,
but yeah, I'm pretty pumped for him. And it's kind of interesting to see. What was it, 2 years ago when they drafted Jordan Love? That had to have been the most wasted pick
oh, I 100% agree. Especially if he does.
in the last decade.
Especially if he does sign that 4-year contract. It's like
Yeah.
he just wasted 6 years of his life.
I guess Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for how long, though? Like 2 years.
That's still better than what
That's going to
Jordan
be, a
Love.
lot better than
Wow.
what Love's looking if.
Looking's at another, I think, at least 2
I don't
years.
see. Yeah, I could see 2 years.
That's really what I think would happen.
Yeah.
And would be more like a 2-year. Or,
I
again,
still think Jordan Love might look at different teams.
I think he should.
According to Colton,
Yeah.
there's teams already looking at Jordan Love after that announcement, which
The Colts
yeah.
are one of them, which
they're looking
the
at.
Colts
Jimmy
are
G,
literally
too.
like a quarterback away from being so good.
And cat-wise didn't look too bad. I mean, I don't really like him.
No, I don't think he's very good. But I mean, John Taylor is just insane. Their running back.
Oh yeah,
He's just in
fucking
their
crazy.
defense. I mean, what was it Darius Leonard or whatever?
yeah, dude, that guy.
He had like 100 picks.
I
He is
know.
so good.
even
like
even
takeaways.
T.Y. Hilton, is
Yeah, and the
still pretty good. He
The
was just
receiving
hurt
core
for a while.
Yeah, the receiving core is really good. So they're literally like a quarterback away from being contender in the Super Bowl, honestly.
They are.
Like, and I don't think Jordan Love or Jimmy G is it. So if I'm them, I
Yeah.
go for a draft pick.
I definitely think.
But
Well, they got that. I think they're only mid rounders, though. No,
yeah, but
Where?
you can get. I mean, this year
you could definitely get a quarterback. Out
right.
Of that.
I was gonna say the first 2 rounds you can gamble on a quarterback, and it's either gonna be a hit or miss. Because, I mean, there's like 4 of them that are all like, who knows if they're gonna be good or not.
right. James wanted to know if they should trade Love away.
Depends on what they personally feel about Jordan Love, because they've seen him for 2 years. You know what I mean?
Because isn't with the next quarterback, Wentz going today was just announced going to
Or Washington.
Washington, the Commanders. So now they're saying that Colts are interested in Jimmy G or Love.
Yeah, right.
So
That's what we were just saying. Yeah,
so with that, and
that's why I said I don't think either of those are it for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have when they got
have a
Carson
winning-
Wentz though. I
they'll have
wouldn't
a-
have said.
Yeah, but Jimmy G they'll have a winning season, right?
Yeah,
They ain't gonna win a Super Bowl.
I wouldn't think so.
Who knows what Jordan Love is?
He's still young, so it's not like he doesn't have a ton of experience.
Right.
So it's not like he can really show you that he's the quarterback to lead the franchise.
Yeah.
I mean,
But, depending on what Packers see in him, depending on if they should trade him or not, because we've
I
only
don't-
seen him 3 games maybe,
yeah.
and he's kind of sucked all 3 of those.
You see
So
all the fans getting so mad that Seahawks traded away Russell. Man,
I love Russell though personally. I think he's a great quarterback.
I'm pretty pumped for him to see him on Denver.
I'm excited to see how he does with a different team
I
and
love
stuff
him
like
at
that.
Seattle, but
Seattle fans were pissed. It's like their
Whoa.
Twitter, like the team even came out and had to like address everyone on Twitter because they were getting so much backlash for it.
well, they released Bobby Wagner too, who's like a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I know he's old, but
I feel like if they would have just got a better defense, because obviously their offense was stacked. Maybe needed
I don't
another running back. Maybe their line. I don't really know their line very well, but they had very good, wide receivers. I mean, they're all fucking crazy
Mhm.
to actually use him properly.
Yeah.
Obviously, Wilson's fucking good.
What they should do is get rid of Pete Carroll and just completely rebuild at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
they got
trading
they
away
got
their-
rid of both offensive and defensive captains.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Lockett, I don't know what his contract is, but you could still probably trade him for something. You know what I mean?
You can
He's
almost-
old, but he could. Some team would want him. So let's just build around
well,
DK.
Tyler Lockett's always been like a
Yeah, he's
really good wide
He's
receiver
still good.
for him.
Yeah.
so.
So I don't know. I would, maybe keep him. Keep DK obviously, and just
Yeah.
kind of build around them. And
That's good. DK would help any quarterback coming in.
DK is
Mhm.
insane.
Give him a receiver that you can go. You be your check
also
down
heard-
go to guy.
I mean, I've heard a bunch of things, but I've heard Amari Cooper may be going to Seattle, which would be kind of crazy.
I forgot that they released him, dude. That was crazy to me. I don't understand why they did that.
I don't think they
personally.
released.
No, they released him.
Oh, are you
Oh.
sure?
I'm almost.
I
positive.
thought it was
since
he could go
He
if
could
you
get
wanted.
traded. Yeah.
I didn't see that at all. I just saw
Yeah,
it
because if he
pop
got
up.
released, somebody would have picked him up like that.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be even any conversations still going unless he's in negotiating contracts.
The
right
very
now,
first
but
thing I saw was
bet you he's
him
doing that
going to the
anyways.
Lions, and I was pumped. But
that would be
That was
be
just
insane.
rumors,
Him,
obviously.
him and St. Brown, bro.
it'd be sweet. But yeah, good for Russ there. I've heard Von Miller might go back. I heard he
Yeah.
was kind of waiting to see if Aaron was going there or Russ, because he only had that 1 year with LA.
Yeah.
Now that he won a Super Bowl, he might just have like a little farewell
Farewell
couple
tour.
years in Denver. So, which would be cool. But
yeah. What other big moves have going on? They just had the combine for
Dude, did you see Georgia's offensive line? No, defensive line.
Defensive
Jordan
lineman.
Davis, I think his name
Dude,
is.
they had 3 people go there and fucking tear up.
Dude,
the combine.
he ran the same freaking 40 as.
No, it was that offensive lineman ran the same exact, a better 40 than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, it was like 4.58 or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
Four-
It was
and
I want to say it was like 4.6.
4.7 or something. I want
Yeah.
to say.
and the dude's fucking almost 400 pounds
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like 6'7", 6'8", and he's running. They had just like super insanely fast players.
You guys watch any of the combine?
No.
A little bit. I've been watching highlights and stuff that they've been
Watched
doing.
a little bit of the first day of quarterbacks.
There was
and
I
receivers
can't think of the receiver that ran like a 4 point.
Yeah, he broke the record. Someone broke the record, didn't they?
Yeah, he ran under a 4.2.
Yeah.
It was
And
like,
there- and
it
there's
was 4.18 or something like that.
There's
I'm pretty sure.
controversy going around that he ran like a 4.05. But
Imagine someone.
the clock's wrong. I don't know how
Well, they always say it's unofficial when the
Right.
time goes through. Which I don't know how with that laser system, it's unofficial.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't.
You
get
know.
that.
someone like slowed mode it to the max and like stopped it as soon as his like foot or whatever hadn't passed the line, and it was like 4.05. I'm like, holy crap.
So it'll be interesting to see, hey, who does what. I mean, there's not I don't know. There's like talent in this draft class coming up, but not
There's
in
a
like
lot of
It's
Not-
a lot of defense. I feel like.
well, there was a lot of like no-name school who had kids there who were actually like looking good. Like there was
I'm
a s-
looking at this right now, dude, and there's a bunch of schools.
Western Michigan had a receiver who looked really good. They had a quarterback who looked. I mean, for quarterbacks, he looked okay. There was a 6'8" quarterback from a no-name school who had a freaking cannon. Obviously, he's 6'8", but
Georgia. Like this video we got playing right now is the top 50 current draft picks, whatever. Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh is like one of the quarterbacks. I know.
he's like plus 200 for first quarterback to go right now. Because I know we're a betting podcast for the most part.
Yeah.
That is super good odds for that.
Jamison Williams is looking to be going 27th ish.
And this boy, he was saying how he would love to go to fucking the
Detroit.
Lions.
I still think he'll probably go number 2. I don't think the order has really changed too much from the draft.
I don't.
To be honest.
I think that one of the Georgia's defensive guys definitely is a pure number 1 overall pick, personally. Because didn't we talk about that, how he was up there? Or was it an offensive tackle?
He's up there, but
Because I thought they were saying how it was either going to be a number 1 overall pick was going to be a lineman, like an O lineman or a D lineman.
yeah, I think Hutchinson's going number 2 still.
I definitely think he is, just because it would be such a great fit for him. Because, I mean, he even said it, too, how it'd be crazy.
Let's see. I'm going to see if I can pull up a mock draft quick.
Dax Hill from Michigan, they're saying, and
him and
Ojabo,
I was just gonna say
it's
Ojabo and
midnight.
Hutchinson are both like top 20. Which is cool.
Hutchinson is right now predicted to go number 1. Defensive end out of Michigan. And Jags.
I still think Jags ain't gonna take him, but
I don't think so.
Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame for Detroit. Houston Texans.
Yeah, dude, right now I'm just seeing a bunch of defensive players that are
Offensive tackle.
There's some pretty good Michigan players
Defensive
going
end
top 20.
But, I mean, a lot of young quarterbacks drafted that are, like, good right now. And so now I think that's why we're seeing so many offensive players and defensive players getting taken, because it's like, okay, and there's been a ton of receivers and running backs that's come in. I mean, you got Najee, you got Henry, you got Damian Harris, you got Josh Jacobs, which I'm rattling off all Alabama running backs, but
this year's like a letdown.
I know.
Like,
and so
for running backs, quarterbacks in a way.
Well, and it makes you wonder, is it really a letdown, or is it like just they weren't super athletes in like college coming in, so because they played on some smaller schools.
It's just nobody needs them. Like you said, there's so many young talent in the NFL right now. Like,
yeah. Well, I think that's why we're gonna see.
Let's gamble on our 4th round pick, instead of taking a running back or quarterback 1st round.
Plus, now you're starting to see a lot of teams where they run the 2 running backs.
2 running backs, yeah.
So
Which I don't even think there's probably not even a running back in the top 25.
Actually, there was. I saw one.
Yeah, I'd have to pull that back up.
But I don't even remember.
There's a lot. Like I said, dude, this is like a huge defensive draft right now.
Yep, a lot of defense, a lot of protection for the young quarterbacks are going to be getting drafted, and a lot of defense to help. Because you think about it, these guys that are coming up now are used to seeing what the quarterbacks are doing and stuff at the NFL level. I mean, I guess that little bit every year, I just feel like it gets faster and faster pace. The decision making too of quarterbacks are getting better and better. As we continue to the sport continues to grow, I guess, and go on. And you always have that level where it's like, okay, the defense that are in now, everyone's drafted offensively, the playmakers. It's like, okay, now we just got to either protect the playmakers, like the quarterback stuff, so we got to get a lineman, or you got to get defense to be able to stop the playmakers. It's like, okay, yeah, you're used to playing against all these guys, so go do it,
Yeah.
Well, and then, too, like in that top 50 or whatever we just watched, literally Hutchinson was number 1, and then the very next person was an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of offensive guys getting taken top 10. There's like 3 of them, I think.
Dude,
offensive linemen, I should say.
No.
It's pretty much defensive linemen, like we keep saying. There's a few obviously good wide receivers in there.
Receiving core, we can talk about that. I mean, this is one of the best receiving cores coming out of the draft in a while.
They're maybe overall, yeah, I can see that.
Ohio State has 3 of them who are.
Yeah.
Alabama has 2. Michigan has 1.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I guess I agree with that statement.
Others, but
there's a lot of good receivers coming out.
Yeah, I normally saw there was a fucking tight end that was like ranked like 48th or something like that.
That Georgia tight end, I don't know if he entered the draft or not, but he's good. But yeah, Carolina's about to get Deshaun Watson. So
really,
there's a lot of rumors we're going for him, and with like we might trade McCaffrey. And,
I know, I saw that one,
which would suck for us, but we could get so much out of him, and we have 2 other young running backs who, I mean, obviously ain't nothing near Christian, but they're good.
too. Like, you don't know with how he's going to be, because, I mean, look at him with all his injuries he's been having these past couple of years. I mean, it's been hurting him bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he's still insane.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. We re-signed a couple guys that I was pretty happy about. So hopefully
no offensive linemen.
Our draft's gonna be big for that. Off season's gonna have to be big for that. But
yeah, I feel like you guys need to make a lot of moves.
Quarterback situation is just so messed up. Like as right now, we still have Cam, we still have Sam Darnold, we still have PJ Walker. So, and none of those are it.
So, you think they're gonna start trading those guys away? But I don't know.
Nobody wants Sam.
Yeah.
And I doubt anybody wants Cam. No. Most Carolina fans want Cam, but he ain't.
Want Cam.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna have a Super Bowl season.
No, and
maybe
it's
a
hard,
winning season.
It's hard too to have a quarterback though when your line is that fucking bad. I mean, like you could have the best quarterback and you could have fucking Tom Brady back there, but if your line fucking sucks dick, you can't do anything.
And we
with
need
them.
another receiver. So
Yeah, you do.
but yeah, I don't think I have anything else for NFL.
Got anything else you can think of?
I can't think of anything.
All right, we'll switch over.
It's gonna be rough.
All right.
Haven't watched.
NBA. Well, the one thing I know is a great matchup going to be starting here soon, and I'll probably kick it on once it starts if we're still going. Number one versus number one. Number one of the East versus number one of the West. Suns versus Miami. So that should be a good game tonight going on. Yeah, I haven't either. I feel like there's kind of like the calm before the storm right now, so there's not a ton of stuff going on.
There usually isn't. I mean, there's a few buzzer beaters that kind of happen. Like Tyler Hero had a sweet buzzer beater.
I think a couple weeks ago, like we would have talked about this last week, but John Morant going off. He had another huge game.
Dude, that dude's fucking insane.
Yeah, he is like, I'm becoming a fan of him. Like,
I just saw the play to where the guy picked his pocket, but he just hit it out. So Morant went and grabbed it, walked like 2 steps past half court, chucked it up, fucking drained it. I was like, dude.
but no, that was crazy. You know, the end of the game there, buzzer beater, where guy basically throws a full court. He catches it falling away out of bounds there, the backside, and hits the three. It's like, what?
Yeah, dude, that boy is absolutely insane.
Appointment. So that's probably one reason why I haven't been following.
Been playing really well though.
Yeah,
He's been playing well, but he's
Which
the
is
only
cool.
one.
Well, for a while there, he was kind of struggling, but he kind of got back on
He
track.
was injured though. I kind of chalked it up to that. Is he was dealing with a little bit of an injury.
I didn't even know that.
Dude, the funniest thing ever is I saw that Detroit's only pumped right now because the Pistons finally won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. And it's very
Well, I was looking back to their schedule from like middle of November to middle of December. They went like a whole month, December 19th, so a whole month without winning a game. I mean, that just sucks.
We all know, though, that they're in a full fucking rebuild mode. So
Yeah.
How about the Wings? Like, oh, we'll get to that. I just got
God
pissed.
damn.
I know we're talking about Detroit, bro.
Bro, so
But
in enlightenment of tonight's game, I got a fun fact.
let me get my button back.
Fun fact time.
Did you know that this year, Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat might actually do a full sweep on the Suns this year? I believe.
How
That's
many?
what I saw.
Well, and they could match up in June when playoffs start. Well, I guess it would be for the finals.
Yeah,
Also,
but
imagine if they had to play for the finals.
isn't that crazy, though? The Suns, who's been the #1 team overall and has been going absolutely off, most of their losses have been to Miami Heat.
I want to see how many losses they have to them because they only have 13 losses total.
As far as I saw that they could sweep them, I don't know if it's just their little game streak that they're doing sweeping them, or it's just all together they could sweep them.
Let's see. So they lost back on June 8th to them. They're projected to lose tonight. It looks like they've only played once this year. That doesn't surprise me with being on kind of opposite sides.
But still,
But
they could sweep them.
yeah, they
They
play
could.
them tonight. Then yeah,
Why
imagine.
not?
I mean, Miami would probably be feeling pretty confident if they did make it to the finals against them.
Yeah, they would, but then at the same time, Suns would be like, this motherfucking team.
It's hard to
And
beat
then
a
it
team
could
at the
go
third
off.
time, so it'd start off with a.
But they also have 7 games.
Playoffs
Yeah.
should be real fun this year. There's
Yeah.
not like there's a few teams that are
There's-
powerful, but there's like a good like 5 teams who you're like
Yeah,
could win.
The Grizzlies, dude, just because of Morant's going fucking off.
You got the
Mhm.
Bucks, the Suns,
Bucks
Heat.
usually going off. Heat's
Nets.
always good. They're saying that
So-
Heat could make a deep playoff run again.
Yeah, Heat, 76ers, Bucks,
76ers are
Chicago
good.
Bulls, Celtics,
Bulls could.
and Cavaliers are all. So the top 6 in
I
the
don't think
Eastern
Cavaliers
Conference
are-
are all within, basically 5 games, 5.5.
I don't think Cavaliers are going to go crazy just because of they really just have the one guy who's been going
And-
off. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think.
What 2 teams that is kind of crazy that you don't hear in that the Lakers and the Nets.
Well, the Nets.
Well, Lakers.
The Nets, I think, are going to get there, and I think they're going to make a run.
I think they are too, just because it's the fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
look at
they've
the
been
people they
playing.
have on their team.
They've been playing well.
I just read it off the Eastern. Like Lakers are in the
Yeah.
Western, but
They're
now
playing like
I wouldn't even
shit.
put them though there because
I don't even know if they're in the playoffs right now.
yeah, they are because they expanded it to 10 teams
Oh yeah,
now.
they get like the play-in game. or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're playing games. Right now, like for the Western, like Suns are dominating. Obviously, they're up 8 games from second place. But if you take that kind of out, Grizzlies are second, and then you have Warriors, half game behind them. Jazz is 2.5 games. And Dallas Mavericks and Nuggets. You know, those are in. Timberwolves are a little ways out. You know, they're not quite as good, but you kind of got Wolves too. So, but yeah, and then Lakers, Clippers, Pelicans. It's crazy to me. Pelicans were horrible, and they might sneak in.
I know.
And
About freaking Zion, dude.
Dude, what is going on with him?
he's too
Literally
big.
the most hype player ever coming out of college, and he's played
I-
fucking
but
10
disappointed.
games.
At
I
the
know.
same time, though, maybe it was just because he was, such a beast. But like high school and stuff, they have videos. Like I was watching some of his highlights from high school again and stuff, and he would just dunk and just over top of people in high school. Like he was a beast.
Did it in college too.
He
Yeah.
did it in the NFL.
And NBA. I mean, he's good. I mean,
As
he
long
can
as he can
shoot.
stay
He's
healthy.
Still, I mean, I don't know. He hasn't played very many games, but he's still shooting like 60% behind, like 3-pointers, which is good for him.
Yeah. He's
That might
gotta
be
quit
high,
being-
but-
he's just gotta quit being a bitch and just lose some weight because that's what they keep telling him. Like, dude, you're getting too big. You're just gonna keep getting hurt.
I don't know. He's just like,
I mean, yeah, he does carry around a lot of weight. Not to be mean, but
I don't give a fuck. What's he gonna do? Show up and I'd be like, hey, dude, I met Zion. He whooped my ass, but I met him.
yep, Zion's out for this game, and Ingram
I don't know.
are out for this
Maybe he
game
just
for
hates
Pelicans.
the Pelicans.
Maybe he just wants to be traded. He should come to
So-
Pistons. You have Cade on the outside, and you have Zion down. No,
No, it was
it's
a
a
5-3.
5-3-4.
Oh,
It was the line.
The lineman just before
that's
that
what I
guy.
ran my last year in college.
I
Something
fucking
like that.
ran like a 4.7 or something like that.
Oh yeah, I ran like a 5.3 senior year of college, and sad part is, remind you, this is golf. I was still like top 5.
When I was working out with Davenport's rugby team, and they had me do a 40-yard dash, and that was 5-1 something. Not
But-
terrible, but for the position they wanted me to play, I was not gonna fit.
The big boy.
It is. Another 5-3.
He just pulled a hammy.
Fucking did. But
Another offensive
anyways,
lineman.
back to basketball. Has Ben Simmons played?
I don't think he's played yet.
I was gonna say because they are saying that if he actually starts playing, he will be a huge impact, which I totally agree.
Which they're starting to play well soon. I mean, since Harden's kind of been gone. So
Even though they've still been losing, they've still been playing well.
I think they've won like 3-4 straight, haven't they?
I saw a stat saying they're like 3-17. They're the second worst losing team.
Maybe.
Last
I
month.
don't know shit about basketball, so you're probably right.
Dude, how about James Harden though? He literally said that he found his team.
Yeah, but it's because he can be the fucking star of the team.
Not with Joel Embiid there. You know what Joel Embiid is. You can have two superstars on the same team if they play well together. If they
Which they seem
don't-
like they are. So
yeah, I
good
mean
for
they
them.
seem like they've been loving each other. I mean Joel Embiid's taking James Harden's step back. He's fucking terrible at it, but he's taking it from him. But no, they've been playing very well. They've both been going off. They had another guy on their team too who I had no idea who the fuck he is, but them three at one point it was like all of them scored like 27 plus points.
I saw
It's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I still can't believe the Lakers, dude. Like I mean LeBron's starting to do a little bit better than he
It's
was.
literally, dude, LeBron is it on that team. Like, the only way they can win if he drops fucking 56 or whatever
I
he
know.
dropped.
It's because AD's been hurt, so he's kind of been trying to come back a little bit. Fucking, they have Malik Monk. I've been seeing him, which he was good in college. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. He was. He's
But-
athletic.
Yeah. So I mean, he's a good like role player, pretty much. But
Yeah.
there's like nobody else that you really know of anymore, because like a lot of the big name guys, I guess you can say, who kind of are washed up now. You don't hear anything about them, or they've been signing with different teams and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's funny just because of everyone's like how crazy this team is like supposed to be, but
They were just such a letdown all season.
literally like they haven't been doing very good at all this
No.
year. But
That's all I got for NBA. You got anything else?
I'm sure I do, but I can't think of it.
All right.
I don't know. It's just such a boring time for
Yeah.
sports.
I
in
feel like
general.
there's a little bit of a lull
We're
before they
finally
start
in March
ramping up for.
Madness, which
yeah.
is good, but everything else is just whatever.
Yeah, probably after they select on Sunday. Either Sunday we'll do like a call-in show, or maybe we'll push it till. Or do they do it Monday?
I don't even know
Do they
what
wait for
I'm
the
talking about.
all the tournaments to end and do it Sunday night, or do they do it?
They do it Monday, I think.
I think Monday. So maybe like Tuesday we'll do like a call-in
Actually,
show.
Yeah, I think Monday.
Talk it over. Talk over
Maybe.
who we thought. Maybe set up a bracket league.
You might hear
Throw $10 in and winner takes all.
some lifting in the background that day.
On Monday?
Or Tuesday, whatever fucking
Tuesday.
day we do it.
That's fine. All right, we'll switch over. Hockey time.
Hey, Cav, you wanted to talk, right?
Red Wings.
Yeah, dude. They were down like 6-1 in the second to the worst team in the frickin' league.
Yeah.
Coyotes, right?
I don't fucking know.
Well,
Dude, they're just
yeah.
so like.
But the last time they played Coyotes, I don't know why they always do
I
horrible
was just
against the
gonna say,
Coyotes.
they've
Though,
been
'cause,
like looking okay. Like, I mean, I can't say good. they've
I'm
been
pretty
looking
sure Red Wings
okay.
gave Coyotes like either their first or second win of the season.
And they lost. I don't remember I don't know the final. I was watching the Predators.
6-2.
Okay, yeah, it was.
How's that number one at a 5.62? This must be like the worst.
I don't know.
Or,
but
anyways, sorry.
yeah, you're good. But yeah, it was like the second period, like early second. It was like 1-1. I went back to the Predators. What the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Some people have those games though.
Preds. Did you watch the?
That was a huge win for the Preds last night.
Did you watch the stadium game that they
I
played?
was
at
trying.
Nashville?
I was at Bailey's. I could not find it.
Yeah, dude, we were trying to pull.
I
it
watched
up, but it
highlights.
Could not.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
not.
I ended up watching highlights because
It
I
was-
forgot that it was coming on. But
That's so sweet.
I want
isn't
if they ever come back to Lake America, we gotta go.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Uh,
That Nashville one would have been so fun. Though.
Nashville would have been fun.
Jordan was in Nashville at the time, and she's like, it was like jerseys everywhere, and like,
I'd go to a Preds game. Preds are pretty cool.
yeah, I love the Preds.
They're,
know
they're
that
snagging a wild card spot right now.
Yeah, that was such a big one because Dallas was only one game behind them. The Stars, they've been hot,
Yeah.
and they freaking
They still are only one game behind
they
them.
scored 2 goals within 5 minutes, I think, of the third period to win. So it was pretty good game.
Oh, where are they?
Saros is like 3rd highest save percentage in the league right now, so
Wow.
that's cool.
Which, I mean, Preds are not far out from being able to get into one of those top 3 spots, but
No, but the top like 3 teams are just too good.
yeah, it'll be hard. I
they
mean,
kind of separated themselves from everybody else.
yeah, and that's kind of like going on. I mean, I can't believe Hurricanes are still, they're dominating the Metropolitan bracket with the Rangers and Penguins, and they got
The Carolina Hurricanes are good.
6 games
Florida
on
Panthers
second
are
place.
still up there, aren't they?
Yeah, Tampa's not too far behind.
Tampa
so
Bay's been playing well. Golden Knights have been playing
Knights have been playing well.
pretty good.
Yeah, I just don't see Red Wings are
Avalanche are not good or good? They're good, aren't they?
Avalanche are good. They're number 1,
Yeah,
and I think they have the best record overall.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, they're number 1 overall right now. Oh, so it's with. I was really hoping Detroit would be able to sneak in, but looking at it now,
When do they start playoffs? Soon, right?
what are we on? We're on games played 57. I think they play.
It's only 2 weeks out, right?
No, we're like a
3 weeks.
month yet. I would probably guess. I think playoffs start around May, honestly. So we're probably a month and a half.
Jeez.
Because they play 80 games total. Yeah, Red Wings' last game is April 29th, so playoffs will start beginning of.
May.
Yeah. Trying to look at Red Wings' schedule right now to see if there's even a hope.
Probably not.
Again, I just think
No.
Boston and the other team, I can't think of it right now because I just jumped off. But yeah, I think unfortunately we're gonna be short this year, but hopefully going back next year we should be pretty good.
Kobe Bryant.
I wish I had money because I seen just kind of back to football real quick, but Lions season tickets just went on sale.
Oh, really?
They're not as much as I thought they'd be.
Every single home game, Kevin.
You got to buy two. You can't just buy one. You got to buy two. So you got to buy a pair.
Yeah, every single home game.
Yep.
I don't have that money, bro.
Fucking me.
See these gas prices right now.
What do you think it costs?
Season tickets.
Unless it's not the full amount when I was looking at them, because I went and looked today.
$8,000. Is that really low? I don't know.
$8,000. Holy fuck. That's
It-
a lot of
For
money.
if you were kind of more towards the corner or lower level.
Too bad. It's kind of a lot.
Fucking $1,000 a game.
If you're sitting in good seats.
Well, do you think about the resale? I almost thought about buying two just to resell them all,
Yeah, it's probably like $3,000.
because for one seat was in the corner was $1,100. So
Season tickets.
$2,200 for two of them. You got to buy
Fuck
for
that.
season
I
tickets.
just spent that last week. On a
I
launch
spent
monitor.
I about to
half
spend
of
that on my gas to fill up the truck.
No kidding.
No shit. I saw a
So-
picture of a semi truck filling up, and it was like almost $1,100.
No, what frustrates me is like, so I pay at the pump, fill up, I'll go inside, and then tell them that to put another, like, charge me, but put another 70 when I hang up on the pump, because it stops at like 75 or $100 depending on the pump. But
Oh, to give you more.
yeah, and it's like,
Like, what a terrible time to have to commute to work.
I know.
Yeah, you're fucking telling me.
I know.
And Bailey's been doing it for a while, but he's really feeling the pain now.
Fuck, dude. 120 miles every single day.
Crazy.
Hockey's in a boring spot right now too, kind of. So
Yeah, they're getting to the end season.
Dude, sports are just in a. Well, at least we had the football news because I was saying it's been
Football
boring.
news,
God.
March Madness coming up.
March Madness.
We'll get into this sport, hitting home runs, hopefully soon.
Who knows,
Still in the
right?
lockout situation. Sounds like they're starting to make some progress. Sounds like there's a little bit more movement going on. They're not doing just 15-minute meetings and walking out on each other, pissed off. But some of the rule changes. No more shifting, or like your shift. Basically, they say no more shifting. Basically, you can't put an infield player in the outfield. They still gotta be touching dirt when you do your shift to help that.
James said that's about how much Cavi lost me on the Cowboys. He's never gonna let this down, dude.
I know.
And then, what was the other thing? Bigger bases.
Bigger bases.
Yep, a little bit bigger bases.
What do you need bigger bases for?
They're trying. They want to try to have stealing happen a little bit more. I think that it's like a 14-second pitch clock. Once the batter steps in and pitch, 14 seconds to pitch. Like, that seems quick.
That does seem pretty
It
quick.
does seem very quick. But at the same time, yeah, because of fucking,
Now-
they're gonna have to be like, hey, one right there, go.
Like, so I think it's like, when the ref like points like go, it's
Yeah.
kind of like that starts the clock. Like the refs or the umps could have to point. All right, go. I don't know how exactly they're gonna do that and then what happens? Does it count as a ball if you don't throw it? I guess I don't know what's.
Balk maybe. I don't know.
It could. I mean,
A
I don't
ball,
know.
balk would be extreme to give a base up.
Yeah, they'd probably be a ball.
I think it'd be a ball.
It'd be hard though because of like when
Or
they
you
do
get
their
a
signs
warning.
to try telling them what pitch they want them to do.
Well, I guess you'd be doing your sign while the batter's stepping out, readjusting, and
Yeah, no.
it's like
fuck.
that's how I'd be. I'd be ready to pitch, and then as soon as that batter steps in that box, I'd be ready to throw.
Throw that ball.
I mean, I bet they're gonna be lenient on it. Like, I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah,
I don't think
think
they're
if
gonna
they
have.
would've did
well,
more of,
and like the biggest thing with it, like I guess in the conversation, the pitchers are like, okay, are you gonna set like batter can't step out of the box unless it's a close call
Yeah,
or
but
something?
The clock's gonna like stop in that. Like, it's not gonna
Well,
start.
yeah.
So
But they said, why can't we have our full routine if the batter gets to step out every time and take 30 seconds to readjust themselves and step back in?
Yeah.
And so that was one thing they were kind of saying. What is 14 team playoff? So expanding the playoffs a little bit. Trying to think of what other things. I can't think off the top of my head.
Shorten out the season a little bit now.
They're going to be, yeah. I think they're going to be doing from 180 to 162.
Imagine we never have a baseball season this year.
You know,
Not COVID, they had like a half season. So, but I see they're ramping up. They like
finally actually gonna start fucking moving.
well, like the Players Association, all the players put in, I can't remember, like $1 million or something to put into a fund for all the staff people that are normally working at the field at this time to
they'd actually give them some money.
to give them some money. In the MLB actually said they'd match it. Some of the other stuff there, I don't know. When you're talking, the MLB is like $100 billion, you know, and they're crying back and forth over like
couple 100,000.
No, it's like 80 mil, but when you're talking in comparison to 100 billion, it's pennies.
It's because of rich people want to stay rich.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, at least they could be dealing with what the NFL is dealing with and want more black coaches, more African American coaches. It's, you know.
It's funny DBs are doing that. It's usually just wide receivers and like tight ends. I can fucking beat that guy.
So yeah, I don't really have much more for baseball with it still being locked out. Hopefully we'll have a season.
Yeah, I don't know.
Talk college next week.
Yeah, we'll throw college baseball. We'll just put that in if we do a college show next week.
I watched like week 1 and I haven't even watched since.
I was watching some highlights. Texas looks good.
Texas #1. They look pretty good. I was watching them last night.
I was watching their highlights.
Dude, I haven't watched like TV in fucking like 2 months.
Bailey just games the whole time.
Not even, dude. Like I just get home and I'm like, I don't have time to turn on my TV. And
I gotta work on a dirt bike. I gotta run, and I got a lot of shit going on.
I gotta work on dirt bikes fucking after next weekend. Because that's when I can finally bring them into the goddamn garage.
Snowmobiles are put away, and
they've been put away, but we have the Harris Racing Party.
Oh.
So my dad's like, yeah, we're going to keep them out of there for now.
Well, that works out. I don't know. Next weekend's when it gets warm. See, I got to get my cylinder. Now we're talking. We'll maybe talk this afterwards. We'll get into cabbie sport here.
Oh, fuck. Anything interesting, Cabbie?
Want to talk over how last week going? Because I didn't look up any notes from that.
Unfortunately, did not get a chance to watch any of it, which is kind of funny because I was at a golf show for the entire thing. But
bro, you give me free shit?
We said what?
Did you get me free shit there?
Dude, I didn't get a chance to walk around. I was we stayed at the booth
the whole time.
The whole time.
He didn't even leave to take a piss break.
You should.
Okay, we did that.
You should have told your guy, be like, listen, motherfucker, I'm going off and getting some stuff.
It was funny because there's a few other courses that the guys working on were just hammered like the whole time. So John's like, if we do this again next year, we're getting a bigger booth, we're getting a simulator, we're getting TV so we can turn on sports. And he's like, I'm drinking the whole time. I said, if you want to track people, that's the way to do it. But
especially the simulator. And
there was like nobody had TV. Like, I mean, there was like 8 bars in there, but there was only a couple of them had TVs. But yeah, so I didn't really get to watch. I know that I wrote down first. Tiger Woods is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame tonight.
Oh yeah,
so that's kind of big. Big news.
Is it one of these?
Fun fact time. The fun fact for this is his daughter is the one inducted him, like giving the speech or like.
Oh really? That's
cool.
It's not like
Charlie. A lot of people are giving him crap that it's not Charlie, but Sam's a lot older. So I mean, Charlie's kind of young. He can't really get up there and give a speech.
He's gonna get up there and have like a lisp or some shit.
I want to say it's like probably coming up soon. So, but Tiger Woods is just like the guy. You know what I mean?
Well, he's been the guy for so many years. If you say Tiger Woods, everyone's like, "Holy fuck, Tiger Woods!"
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the biggest sport iconic guys ever.
Oh yeah, like he was on the cover of PGA for a while. The game, dude. Is there ever gonna be another one of them?
They're supposed to be coming out with another one.
Is it gonna be 2K again?
I think so, but I think they got rights to a lot of more players. I think like Tiger Woods and stuff. So I think I've heard like Tiger Woods is gonna be the cover. They got rights because remember how like whatever
Rory was
that one had like rights to like a lot of the club brands and all that. So supposedly that ended.
Yeah.
So now they can get all the players and stuff.
They need to start bringing in a lot of those brands so you can actually do more stuff with it.
So I'm guessing they're just they just pushed it. They're gonna push it back a year to hopefully maybe make it.
I need golf, dude. I don't want
I
to
know.
buy last year's.
I know. So I mean, it might make it better. I don't know. This last one was not too bad.
I kind of liked it. I wish
Yeah.
they would have did more with like the My Career mode and stuff like that. Kind of like what they actually do for like the 2K stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But Ryan Brim won a PGA Tour event in Puerto Rico last week. He's a Michigan boy, played at Michigan State. I actually met him a few times when I worked with the Michigan PGA. He's won the Michigan Open like 4 times, so
It's dope as shit. Dude.
that was pretty cool.
How about that when are they doing that one fucking country that's trying to get into it?
Saudi Arabia League.
Yeah, when are they doing
Not
that?
too much info on that. It's kind of funny because the PGA Tour. So the Players this week is a kind of a pretty big tournament. A lot of people think it should be part of the 5 majors. Blah blah blah. It shouldn't be though. And they PGA Tour released this video of who's the face of the Saudi Arabia League, and Phil Mixon, who hasn't even announced if he's going there yet, which he pretty much is.
So basically, a lot of controversy already.
Yeah, so everybody hates Phil still. He lost a few sponsorships, and it was funny because so it's called like the Players
Choice Awards, right?
Basically, I should look it up. It's PIP they call it for short. It's like Players Intro. I don't know. And Phil Mickelson like won it, and then he like tweeted. He's like, "Oh, I have to play in this event to get the other half of my earnings for winning this award. Thank you to blah blah blah." And Tiger Woods tweeted at him back. He said, "Sorry" or something. And turns out Tiger ended up winning it. And basically everybody is saying it's because of this whole Saudi Arabia thing, which is freaking ridiculous. But so that was that. I mean, that was not as highly talked about as it probably should have been. But it was pretty hot on Twitter there for a minute. So it's a lot of interesting stuff happening in golf, kind of. But
a lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's not like super out there, which that's kind of how golf is. But going to the Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, what is it?
Bryson didn't play. He won last year. Everybody was like, "Oh, this guy. This is like his 4th tournament he had to withdraw from because he's injured." I don't know. People think he's just playing in the Saudi Arabia League, so he's just waiting for the Masters because obviously they can play those. Like Devin said a couple weeks ago, those aren't really affiliated, even though they are. But Scottie Sheffler won, so he only shot 5 under through 4 rounds.
Yeah, this course was tough. I mean,
tough.
Roy started off hot though,
and then he struggled. And then Victor was playing well. Third round he was leading, and then he just struggled the 4th day.
Roy like the first day shoot like 5 under?
Rory was
6 under.
7 under, 6 under, yeah.
6 under. Parred the next day, and then shot like shit the 2. Because all he had to do was par. If he would have parred out on Saturday and Sunday, he would have won it, but he couldn't.
So that was kind of
that was my pick to win it.
That was kind of unfortunate for him, but Scottie Sheffler, 2 out of 3 starts, the last 3 starts, he's won.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty freaking good. So, he said, like I said, 5 under. Victor shot 4 under, took second. We love Victor here. I love Victor. He's playing really well. He's young.
He's played better since I picked him to freaking win, and then
that's what I have it in my notes for this upcoming tournament. That he's literally top like 10 every event, other than the one Devin and I picked him to win. He didn't even make the cut. But
he's probably pissed he didn't make the cut.
I only had one bet. I only placed one bet last week, and it was Cameron Young, just to win.
I had Roy. I just placed him to win.
Yeah, and I don't even know what place he got. I didn't really look. So that's all I had for that.
All right, so going into this week, I kind of got 2, and one is kind of based off of just because there were 3 people high on him for the expert picks on PGA site. So I had to throw him in there since we got 3 out of the 6 picking him.
Yeah.
And then my other one then is a guy who I watched him play a couple times. He played better Saturday and Sunday. Was Brooks Koepka? So I got him to win, and I got Colin or Cowie
to
win, and then I got well, I'll let you figure out who you're gonna win. Then we'll get into top 10s, 20s, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is the players. So, like I said earlier, it's like the sixth major tournament of the year. Basically, it's pretty big. I mean, there's quite a bit of well-known guys. Not as much as you would think. Bryson's not playing again. A couple others withdrew. I think Max Homa withdrew. I think Kevin Na might have withdrawn. Basically, they're just preparing themselves for the Masters, kind of taking a week off, which is fair. But even though Bryson's taking 6 weeks off, but yeah, it's TPC Sawgrass, pretty fun course. $20 million purse, so that's a lot higher than the other ones.
Will this course be as tough as the last one?
Not gonna be as tough, that's for sure. But it's pretty tough. I think you know, like, what is that, hole 18 over the water there?
Yeah.
You'd kind of remember that. Probably everybody kind of knows that. But, some of the names that I wrote just that are playing that are well known: Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, Brooks Koepka, Victor Hovland, Jordan Spieth, John Rahm. They're all in the top 15. So, and they're just fun to watch. But going into picks, I just kind of went basic this week. I didn't want to try researching too much. I didn't get to a chance to watch any players play last week. So I'm just kind of going off what I feel, instincts, and who's done well here in the past. So if we want to go over top 20, we can. Do you have any top 20s?
All right. So I'll kind of run through all my bets. So obviously with Colin, I want him to win. For safety, I throw top 10 finish. There's another top 10 is Keegan Bradley. And then with me thinking Brooks has a chance, I did top 10 for him. I also threw top 20 to give me a little bit because that was still plus 200. So really banking on it. He playing up there like I think he's going to do. And then even if he falls short and lands in the top 10, I got 10 and 20 making money on. And then I have my Asian dude. I just did versus best Asian. I did him as to be top 20. Soo Woo Kim and Emilio Grillo, I think is how you say his name, plus 700 for top 20 finish. That's my bets this week.
Okay. See, Brooks is just so weird. Like, he only plays well when he needs to play well. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, in higher tournaments.
I almost felt like it was because, like, kind of to that point, it was a tough course last week. And he starts shining. Like, everyone's struggling, and he starts playing well.
Exactly.
So
it's just he's done this since he's been, like, that's why everybody says, like, I mean, he's even come out and said, like, golf is boring. You know what I mean? Like, people, like, he's getting a lot of hate because he's like, everybody thinks he hates golf. He hates blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, oh, he's peaked already. He's not good. But he just plays well when he needs to. Like, in the major championships, this is basically a major that I've said, like, 4 times. So, I don't have him getting anywhere but top 20. But I could see where a lot of people do like him to win. So I have 4 picks for top 20. Like Devin said, he's plus 200 for a top 20. That's pretty good odds. I mean, I would almost throw $100 on that if I had it. So
yeah, I can't, with betting so many different people and stuff like that, I don't have the ability to put a bunch of money down. But
I do like $3 to $5 on all my bets.
That's pretty much. I do like this is 9 bets this week total for $4 on each one.
Yeah,
dang.
But
Devin's betting gas money right there.
But if
golf is like, it's kind of easy in a way. It's not, but like you almost always break even if you do it right.
I saw NASCAR starting to get hot.
For Colin or Brooks is if I win that $4 bet, say he wins it, that's $124 payout. But there's my tank filled, baby.
So my top 20, Brooks Koepka, like I said, plus 200. Jason Day's plus 330. He's had a couple decent tournaments. He's played well here in the past. I could see him getting top 20, nothing better. Tony Finau, I just love Tony. Like, everybody loves Tony. He normally plays okay here. He hasn't been playing too hot this season. He always makes the cut. Sometimes last season he was in the top 5 like every week. He should have won like 6 events in a row, but he just chokes. So I like him at plus 300 for top 20. Then Daniel Berger at plus 175. I mean, that's low odds, but he's like guaranteed top 20. A lot of people actually like him winning. So, I mean, it's just plus odds at these top 20s are just a no-brainer, right? So
a lot of them. I contemplate sometimes just taking like the top 20 people they list for odds.
You're probably going to hit 5 of them
in
to 10.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you do, you're probably gonna end up making money.
Yeah.
Do a parlay on them.
I only picked 2 top 10s. One of them, like one of my favorites, Victor Hoblin. I mean, he's such a good player, and I quit betting on him the last couple weeks because he scared me after not making the cut, and then he's gotten 2 top 5 finishes the last 2 weeks. So why not put him in top 10 here?
Right.
So he's plus 225. He's only missed 1 cut all season, so might as well. Cameron Young, I bet him to win last week. I think he took top 20, but I mean he's been playing pretty solid, and he's plus 1,000 odds to get top 10. So I mean that's kind of a gamble, but I really like that. Top 5s. Do you already go through your top 10s and top 5s?
Yeah, I went through all my stuff, all 9 that I placed at least. There's some other ones I was looking at, like originally when I was Corey Connors for top 10, but I just didn't like the odds I was gonna get, and it's kind of risky. And then who else did I have here? Sergio Garcia to be top 20, and Harry Higgs to be top 20. I don't think I said his name, but I just, after looking them up and then doing a little bit more research on them, I'm like, they could probably do it, but just gonna stay away.
Yeah, Harry's kind of weird. He's kind of bad, but kind of good. But my top 5, John Rahm, plus 250. John Rahm's like why? Like, you always got to bet on him. Like, you always got to sprinkle a little bit, even with a winner.
Well, yeah,
like
because he's favored to win because he's the
number,
best golfer.
Yeah, he's number 1 player in the world. He's actually not been playing as hot as he should be, but he's just so good. So top 5 at plus 250, why not? I literally wrote, I hate betting against John. That's what I wrote. And then Scottie Sheffler. Like, how can you not bet him right now? He's won 2 of the last 3 events. He's probably sitting in the top 10 right now. And he's plus 450 to get a top 5 finish. That's pretty nice. He's number 2 player in the world. Debatable if he's number 1 or not, behind John Rahm. He tied for 41st last year in this tournament, so that's not great, but he plays okay at this course. He hasn't finished worse than tied for 7th all season long. That's freaking unbelievable.
Not bad. And
he's plus 1,600 to win. It's good odds, but not what you'd like to see for golf, kind of. But, I mean, why not take him? He's my clear favorite. He's a lot of people's clear favorites. So, yeah. Rory, my other potential winner. I have Rory plus 1,600 as well. He won in 2019. He's coming off a top 10 finish. He's playing hot right now, so look for him to win. And then my other potential winner is Jordan Spieth. This is kind of just, I liked his odds. He's plus 5,000. He's getting his long game kind of where it needs to be. His short game's always unbelievable. And with those odds, you got to take it. So,
Bailey, does your dad still follow NASCAR as heavy as he?
Yeah.
He's still big into it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't bet on this shit.
Because my dad probably has no fucking idea you can.
I should show him. Because, like, I personally, the winter stuff I don't really care for. But normally I'll go in and do the driver matchups. So they do, like, featured matchups. So, like, this week this is through DraftKings, which you can find some other one. So it's like Denny Hamlin versus Martin Truex Jr. I'm probably going to take Truex. That's a pretty close matchup either way, though, so it's not plus money. Brett Keselowski versus Kevin Harvick. Harvick's a favorite. I'd have to look. I haven't watched those two guys. I do like Alex Bowman. He's at minus 115 over Christopher Bell. So that's the fun part is doing, like, because those are easier to hit.
Yeah, they actually just beat the one player.
But the fun thing is kind of like golf when you do race lines. Like right now, the favorite to win is Kyle Larson because he got second to his teammate last week, Alex Bowen, in Vegas. But for him to win this week, it's plus 400. So again, if your dad was into it, throws $4 on it, that's a $20 bill he wins.
He still is. He always fucking throws that damn thing on the TV. Oh. Show up eating dinner, and then all of a sudden, fucking NASCAR's on.
Depends on how I feel on a Sunday. If NASCAR, I'm the type that like I normally will watch like the first 20, 40 laps, like take off, see how it's going. Then either I nap or go do something, and then come back and try to catch about the last 40. So
yeah, I could only watch like the last few minutes because halftime is when the wrecks happen.
But no, I should tell him about that because then I'll get hooked on NASCAR betting.
Dude, Kyle Lowry already has 5 assists in the game. Just pretty much started. Suns are not.
Maybe I'll start doing a little betting motorsports because I follow F1 after watching Drive to Survive on Netflix. Yes, I watched that, and I watched all last year. My guy Max Verstappen, and my favorite I picked before the season started last year, and he ended up winning. Big controversy over it all. But
Of course.
so normally when there's a crash and it's towards the end of the race, if they're gonna decide to let lappers, they'll let lappers get a lap back.
Yeah.
Well, if they decide, they let everyone normally go in Formula One. Everyone gets to go unlap themselves, or at least get around that.
Yeah.
Well, if they were to do that like normal, the race would have finished under that caution, and they would have just had green, white, checkers by the time everyone. So they said, yep, we're gonna let them by. But when they got back around, they pulled the caution and did straight green. So the driver, and only about half the team was passed. So like Lewis was thinking, the guy that was currently leading, and he was actually, if he would have won the race, he would have won the championship. He wasn't really thinking that they were gonna go. He's like, why are we doing that? That's not a part of the rules. So he was like not in the mindset that after hearing that they were that it was like to go. I mean, he was told ahead of time that, hey, when you get back by the finish line, it's gonna be green to go, and it's time to go. But still at the mindset, he was like questioning it, coming around like that ain't how the rules work, type of things. And so it's basically they didn't want to finish under the caution for the championship decider. So that's why the race director, he's like, I wanted to give it a race chance to win. Yeah. But there was controversy earlier in the year as Lewis got into Verstappen and threw hit and crashed him out of like the beginning of a race that Lewis went on to win that race. So there's big questions about that. So I could do a motorsports between NASCAR and Formula One and watch a little bit of MotoGPs, MXGPs for European motocross and Supercross. There might be a World Supercross series starting up. Right now, because
I just saw something Supercross. The one guy done for the season.
Ken Roczen, yep. Mental health and illness, which he won the very opening race of the season.
Go ahead, finish. I got something crazy that we did not talk about.
Okay.
But so he won the very opening race of the season, and then and was like, I shouldn't have won. I feel sick, and then 2 weeks later in San Diego, he had COVID after leaving there. So
he's just done for the season.
But
yeah, he's done.
He's meant to. He looks like watching some interviews. I thought this was gonna be his last year and he was gonna retire. So it would not surprise me.
I don't even know anything about him.
He's he'll be 28 in May.
He's one of the best though, right?
He's pretty good.
I feel 25.
He's the one who's had his arm surgeries has screwed him up. He's had 2 really bad seasons. One is where he was smoking everybody. It was the 3rd Anaheim race, so that's the 5th race of the season, and jumps. And gets ejected forward and lands and breaks both his arms. Arm's pretty bad. Actually, almost had to have one arm amputated. And then it was next season comes back from that. Next season is racing, gets into it with Cooper Webb, and about loses his other arm. That wasn't as bad, because they got sucked up into Cooper's rear wheel, broke it and stuff. So
kind of gross.
Yeah. Sounds like fucking bigger with that dude's leg.
Oh, old dude.
Yeah. That was fucking nasty, dude. All right, what'd you have, Kev?
So, Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is
that.
so stupid. He had parlays with 5 or 6 different teams. He always bet on his team to win, and it was never hey, they're gonna lose. There was a couple games that he wasn't,
scared the shit out.
Might have been all the games. He couldn't.
What?
But it was I don't even think he was playing in some of the games.
He only bet $1,500 total.
Yeah,
and he's losing $10 million or something is what his the total is.
Yep.
For getting suspended for the year.
Getting suspended for the year. He's gonna lose $10 million. I don't know. If anything, as long as they're not betting to lose.
Yeah, it's
as long as they're not betting to lose, does it really fucking matter?
And being a parlay like that,
right? I mean,
the one factor. So another guy who got in trouble for this was that was a player that got in trouble for this. He would, if he wasn't 100% sure that they were going to cover the spread, he just wouldn't bet. But if he thought they were going to win, he went out there to win every time. But if he thought they were going to win and cover the spread, he would throw money down.
Mm-hmm.
This was a different guy back in the day when you had to actually do bookies and stuff. But they're saying why should it matter as long as they're betting for them to win?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think players should be able to bet either way.
Yeah, I
but,
still don't think they should either because that
but
can
it's
really do
it's
it.
even more funny that he was betting in Florida, which is not legal. So, and then the bookie he was going through ratted him out. So,
I don't know. I would have.
but I mean, it's not that bad. I think that's why he only got a year. If it was worse, he would have got more.
Say, if it was betting on him to lose,
He's all pumped that he gets to sit out another season, though. Have you seen his tweets?
No.
He's just like, yes, I get to sit out another season.
Yeah, because he wasn't playing. I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of a weird guy, but I don't know.
Probably a joke.
I wouldn't be trying to lose out on $10 million. So
Hell no. I want to be
But
trying to lose out on fucking like
the funny thing is you can play a whole season for smacking your wife all around, but
dude, I saw that.
there's been so many. They're like rattling off like these 3 or 4 different players that smacked their wives around. Got it, even like
Smacked their fucking kid around a few times. Too.
uses a switch on their kid.
So
that's yeah. I did forget about that, but
yeah, I don't know how we forgot about that. It's like one of the biggest news in football, other than the other
trades.
stuff. So this is kind of a fun fact. You don't got to hit the button, but so
Damn it, Cavi.
this is just going back to Tiger Woods in the Hall of Fame. So this says, in order to qualify for the World Golf Hall of Fame, a player must be 45 years old and at most win at least 15 tour wins or 2 major championships. So this says, if it weren't for age requirements, Tiger Woods would have qualified at the age of 24.
That is crazy.
Is that wild? That's just how good he is.
I agree.
You don't think he's gonna? I think he's gonna win. I don't know if he'll win a major, but I think he'll win a PGA Tour event again.
He'll probably win another event, but I don't think he'll do anything. Dude, are we gonna start wearing jerseys once we start getting more?
I was gonna wear one today for Predators because I was pumped they won, but
I was thinking about.
I was so
starting to wear
late
'em.
that
I was thinking about starting to wear jerseys more when it's like summertime, because obviously it's a lot better to wear it during summertime than it is fucking wintertime.
yeah.
So that was what I was gonna start doing, but we need to get another big order of jerseys. I got $100 bill waiting for you.
you can order them this time.
I can't. I don't got the app.
I need to message them because I never got my Miami jerseys.
I never got one of mine, and I'm getting pissed. The one I actually wanted, my Predators one.
I'm supposed to have a Tua and a Waddle. I want
They
those.
last time I messaged him, he just said it was the Chinese holiday, so it's taking fucking forever.
That's what they keep telling me about my goddamn hats.
So maybe it's like a real thing.
Because
It
you
could be.
you cannot find good hats like made in America. Like I was looking to see if I can find, and that's like the
I
one
might
thing
be
I
able
have to.
to get you some cheap. I can figure out.
What hats?
Yeah,
Like what kind of like
I don't
blank
know. If they're
hats or like
no, like Amateur Life ones.
Oh.
I can see. I know a guy who does. My guy who does head covers and stuff. He does He does like everything.
Dude, we need to get Jordan to make me my fucking emblem.
She ain't gonna do that.
Dude, she needs to. She needs to get on the shit.
Good luck.
let's
Fight
see.
her ass.
I would just go to what is that app called?
I don't know.
It's like I don't know. You can find random people to do like designs and stuff.
Fiverr.
Fiverr, yeah.
I'd rather have Jordan do it.
It's like you can get them for like $10, I think.
Yeah, but then I gotta pay him.
Yeah, Jordan ain't gonna do it. I promise you that.
Dude, what if I tell her I'll give her $20?
You still ain't gonna do it.
Sure. I feel like she would go to that site, have them make it for $10, and then.
That's what a business person would do.
I just don't want to talk to the person about it. I don't know why.
When I did mine didn't turn out how it was supposed to. But I just said, this is what I want. This is the idea. Create me something. And I'll tell you if I like it or not.
I would literally just probably tell them I want wolves in there. Make it fucking cool.
So mine was the bear, right?
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like a clean, like, not like,
Tim the Tap Man's.
not fucking the Timberwolves logo or whatever the Grizzlies logo.
Yeah.
That they just picked a different color. I'm like, come on, that's not. I
There's
don't
other
have it.
places you can like do like, but might cost you more money.
Obviously, the more you spend, the better it's gonna be. But
I'm not gonna spend fucking like $50 for somebody. Actually, I probably.
and if you want like the whole like package, Twitch package, is normally you can get them for like $30 to $50.
I want
That's probably what I'd do.
I want like a stream deck thing where I can do different buttons.
Dude,
Can you use your
found one.
iPad? Weren't you saying that?
For stream deck or for more buttons.
Garrett was
I
telling me.
have a Stream Deck actually in my cart. It's actually
I've
one
always-
of the cheaper ones, but it's a good one.
I've always wanted
Mine's,
one.
the one I was looking at was like their middle size one, not the mini. That's like the 6 button. There's the next
Same.
size up. That's like $150.
It's probably the same exact one.
Yeah.
I have. We'll find out in a second.
No, well, I need that. So that's why I need someone to start sponsoring this damn thing. I got segment sponsors you could do.
Trying.
Do a sports. That's because I'm like, I have about $1,000 in equipment to be able to get 3 more people in here. So that way no one has to complain that, oh, I already got 4 people and they got to share a mic.
That's the one that I want.
Yeah, that's the same one I want.
Fuck.
But you know how cool that'd be to like with the lights and stuff? So that way I could sync a button that I push and hit the Stream Deck and have like lights flashing as we do something.
When it's switching to like basketball or something, just click it.
Yeah, make the lights flash. So
You can do some cool stuff. Like I told you about that YouTube video when just like when we're sitting here waiting for a couple people, we're just sitting here chatting, just start it up, have that playing, and then just have that video roll.
yeah. Well, I've been doing some research because I want to figure out how to get more viewers and stuff like that. So, but all right. Well, I got nothing out sports talk. Like I said, we'll probably do college next week. We're probably gonna do a different show. I don't know if it'll be live or if we'll just do call in and then I'll post it up, or try to Zoom or something. I don't know. Oh, I can figure out how to be able to record the video. So we might just zoom it in and then I'll record it and.
Yeah, like I said, if it's on a day to where I'm not working out, when you do the call.
What time do you normally work out?
Monday.
Because you're normally like sleeping by like 6, so.
No, I don't know the time. Monday and Tuesday, because we have this on Wednesday, is usually when I work out, and it'll be right after I get out of work, pretty much.
So like, by 6:30, are you done working out?
Dude, I'm home by like 5:30. I'm just getting to the gym by like 6.
Oh.
So I wouldn't be done until like 7.
Do you not get out to like 4 now anymore or something?
4:30.
Oh, that makes sense. I was thinking you still got out at like 3:30.
No, I work 4:10s. So, and I'm not coming in at fucking 4 o'clock.
Oh goodness. All right. Peace out till next time.